Hey guys, Steve Welch here, Beaman Toyota, downtown Nashville. I am really excited to show you guys this one. This is part of our TTLS, our Toyota Trim Level series that we're doing. This is your TRD, 2020 TRD Camry. Now, I apologize for bringing it to you so late in the season, but they're only making 6,100 of these, so they are really hard to find, and I got my hands on one. I definitely wanted to show it to you guys so you guys could be as impressed as I am with this car. So definitely, once again, I am master certified in all things Toyota. I am a sales society member with Toyota. I am a product trainer and mentor here at the store. So I like to think I know my product. You guys tend to tell me different on a couple things, but usually I'm pretty good. So if I forget something, definitely apologize for it. But this car is awesome. So definitely, it's based off of the SE trim level, of course, or actually the XSE trim. No, it's based off the SE trim level, but the XSE will kind of gather some of the stuff that this one has on it, but you're going to notice a few things that are very, very different on this particular vehicle. So you have your 301 horsepower V6 engine that's paired with the 8-speed transmission. You have 267 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, this ain't your grandpa's Camry, definitely not, but grandpa can drive it, tell you the truth. So V6 is not available in a 4-cylinder, so don't even ask, and if you did ask that, you probably shouldn't be looking at this one anyway. So if you see there, you can see you have a 12.9 inch rotor. 12.9 inch rotor on the front. That's actually almost a full inch bigger than the standard, and it's a dual piston caliper instead of the single piston caliper. So that is definitely meant to give you a little bit more braking, a little bit more control. They've also lowered it 0.6 inches, so might not sound like a whole lot, but when you're talking about performance, stuff like that, it's definitely going to be something that you'll notice. So stiffer coil springs, you have your roll stiffness increased by 44% in the front and 67% in the rear. So it's not going to have roll, it's going to stick. It drives like a track car. It's really cool. You see the catback exhaust, dual catback exhaust there. I'm going to turn it on here in a minute, and if you're wondering why it looks wet, I just took it through the car wash. Can't show you a dirty car, so took it through the car wash. Wanted to show you that. And I know I'm walking around this a lot, but man, this thing is gorgeous, especially in this color and the black. And there's just nothing else to want on this car. You see all your red accents, that's indicative of this TRD. Your black TRD wheels as well on here. So you also have thicker underbody braces. Something you will notice you cannot get in this is a sunroof. You cannot get a sunroof in the TRD. From what I understand, it's because of how they made it a little bit more rigid. So that's what I understand. You guys can tell me if you know something other than I do, but definitely there's a reason for it. So if you look here, you're going to see this right here. This is a really nice wing on the back. It's kind of get you a good view of it here. That's something they've done on the TRD. There's no spoiler. It is a freaking wing, guys. So that is really cool. So and I haven't even got inside this car yet, you guys. I have been, obviously, because I just drove it, but I haven't been inside of it for you guys yet, and I'm showing you everything. You also have NASCAR inspired, that front splitter down there on the bottom. Everything is meant for aero, and everything's meant for speed. Everything's meant for performance. This car is built for everything. Now here's the fun part. Now actually, let's do this real quick. I want to show you this. I believe I have the key in my pocket, so we'll make sure. So if I touch this, no, key's inside. I put the key in the cup holder. There we go. All right. So I got the key out. So what I'm going to show you here is when you touch right here, you'll actually lock your door. And you just saw that you can't lock it with the key inside, so I did show you that. This is what your key looks like. All right. And you got the ability, I've just locked all the doors. Do this, hold it for 3 seconds, you'll unlock all the doors. But if you just hold it for a quick second, you're going to unlock just your driver's door. So now that is your smart key system. So push button start on this vehicle. You're going to notice something else. You have your power seats, red accent stitching, soft text line seats, TRD headrest, TRD shift knob with your red accent. Look at your steering wheel. Red accents all the way around your steering wheel here. Red accents on the dash. When I fire this thing up in a second, you're going to see that really glow. If you look at your pedals, you're going to notice this as well. You've got racing style pedals on here. All-weather floor mats in this one. That is an option, so it's not necessarily on each one. I'm going to show you one of the coolest features. Red seat belts. You just got to be reminded you're in the TRD. So there is nothing wrong with that. Showing the back here. Also, red seat belts in the back. Your same soft text in the back. Just a beautiful vehicle. They base this off of the SE trim level, so it's looks a lot like the SE, but then man, they just kind of go nuts with it. So it's really good. Really easy to put your kids in the car seat. That way you can strap them down for the ride of their life. Just saying, automatic windows, auto up, auto down on all of your windows. Paddle shifters on the steering wheel. A huge trunk. I'm going to go ahead and just show you that while I'm out here. Huge trunk. And now you can see your carpeted mats as well that are in there. Red lined on the carpeted mats. It is just an amazing vehicle. Huge, massive trunk. So yeah, definitely awesome. I know I've said that a lot, but it is awesome. You can see right there. One of the ways you can tell TRD, you get one of these, you can almost guarantee your friends do not have one of them. So I'm going to pop in here and I'm probably going to pop right back out because I'm about to start this bad boy. I'm going to start it. I'm going to pop out, let you hear it from behind. So I got this thing started. We're going to pop back here. I don't know how well this will come through, but man, this thing's got that light rumble that just, I mean, it's just mean. So definitely a mean vehicle. You can hear. So do want to show you the very center there. Like I said, you've got red accents all through this vehicle. And if you want to, you can even come in here into your menu, which I do this on all of these because of the red, and boom, change this to red as well, just because it has to be. So look at here, you also have your SOS button. So if you need to call help for somebody, you can definitely do that. Roadside assistance, anything else for you, that is free for the first year. After that, it is $8 a month or $80 a year. LED lights on the inside, and those are bright. I know that can come through on that that for you. Have an ambulance about to come, so very quiet on the inside of the car. So that ambulance is right next to us and you can't hear it. It's really awesome. The interior cockpit is turned towards you. So this thing is done that way for a reason, and it is done that way on purpose, and it is really good. So you just see that ambulance go by. Man, you can't even hear that in this car. It is so cool. So you have your brake hold here. Brake hold, easy thing that it does is it will hold the car at a stoplight for you. I've got a video on that showing that how it works. It's a really awesome feature. So really cool. So now you have all of your Toyota safety sense. So your lane departure with steering assist, your dynamic radar cruise control, your automatic headlights, automatic high beams, and pre-collision system with pedestrian detection. You got all of that. So it's your safety sense P system. It is really good. One of the best on the market when it comes to safety. Also have all your star safety system as well. If you want to see more about the safety systems on this car, you can definitely look at some of my other videos where I actually mentioned a lot about the safety systems. So now we're going to show you here too. You also have this right here. You have one USB there. You have two USBs down here. So you can use those. That's inside of your center console, of course. So you also have, wait for it, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard. So you have them standard on this car. No need to ask for it. We're going to go ahead and give it to you if that's all right. So like I said, paddle shifters as well up here. You're also, if you look here, watch go boom, Sirius satellite radio, free for the first 3 months. After that, you can definitely work with Sirius to get your best deal on that. But Sirius satellite is standard on this car. You do not have to ask for that either, just because we like you. So definitely a very, I mean, if y'all can tell, I get excited about this car just because there are so few out there. And when I get my hands on one, I've sold 2 of these so far. I have this one here now, and I want this one to be one that I've helped somebody take home too, just because these things are so awesome. So, I mean, I could probably go over this thing for about 30 or 40 minutes with you. I'm going to try to keep it a little less than that. Let's call it that way. But, I mean, this thing is definitely a beautiful, beautiful car. I'm sure you could agree with me on this. There's just, you know, there's just nothing to want. You got everything that you possibly want on here. So when you plug in your Apple CarPlay, you've got your navigation. And I mean, there's just, like I said, you got Wi-Fi if you want it. Pausable Sirius XM radio. If you pop back over here, then you can come back and hit your source button, then hit your FM. So we don't violate YouTube. We'll crank that down a little bit. But you definitely can see, you know, it's just gorgeous. By the way, it also has this right here. If you pop over back into Sirius, you can hit this SXM replay, and you'll see that since it was in a preset, it had been recording. It will record up to 60 minutes just from being in your preset. So you preset the ones you like, and you can switch back and forth. You can listen to those bad boys. It is awesome. All of your heating and air down here, automatic heat and cool. You turn it to a temperature you want. The car is going to do what else it needs to make sure that it puts you where you want it to be. Your fan speed's over here. Obviously turn on your AC here. You have a little cubby hole that's down there for you. A lot of people like to hide their phones on top of it. What's really cool is if you do that, you can see there's actually room that you can slide your phone back, get stuff out of there, and then come back. So also a regular power port style power port right there. So that's something that's really good as well. Like I said, these things are really, really cool. So now I'm just going to consult my notes real quick, just because I want to make sure I don't forget to tell you anything. So the wing, the front splitter, you got your rear diffuser in the back. That I'll show you that here in a second, just to make sure you know what that is. All of the insides, yeah, we're all good there. Red accents. Yeah, it looks like I've got us pretty well lined out on what it is. Now, if you're wondering on this one, what does this one run for? Well, this one, as you see it here, is $32,384. $32,384 is the MSRP on this one. Are you kidding? This thing is a 6-cylinder Camry, and it's really, you've got 6-cylinder Camrys that'll put you, you know, 35, 36, 37. This one's only $32,384. So definitely a great value for the money. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pop this hood. So I'll show you a little bit more on what it's got here. Also, if you look, you can see that diffuser is right there. So if you kind of look, you can see that's what that is. It's this little, these things right here. Those are your black diffusers that are back there. Helps break up the air as it's coming under the car. Stop from a suction being behind you. It's just, you know, man, like I said, this thing's just really cool. There is your V6 engine. And you'll see too, it's actually really easy to work on. Toyota even put your oil right here. Everything's up front. Oil, dipstick, your oil fill, your washer fluids up here. Toyota doesn't want you spilling anything on this engine just because it's that nice. Battery's very easy to get out. At some point you might have to change that. That's real good to know. Air filter, 2 clips. Take those 2 clips, you can pop that thing right out. Air filter comes right off. Man, it is just so easy to work on. Hood holds itself up, of course. In case you're wondering, there's your oil weight, 0W20. So it's a very close tolerance engine. It is really, really awesome. So your pre-collision system runs from your emblem there, and then you also got your camera that's right up back there behind our stock number. That's part of your lane departure, how you see for your headlights, for your auto dimming function of those. You can see that red line that runs down on the bottom of the side skirt there. Your TRD black matte wheels. I mean, I don't know. You guys tell me, is there something you want on this car that it doesn't have? Maybe a sunroof. I understand that. I've had a couple people say, man, it'd be really awesome if it had a panoramic sunroof. It would, but I think from what I understand on it that it would lose something from that, just because of how rigid they want it to be. So it drives like a sports car. You get in this car and you'll forget you're in a Camry. I mean, they've done amazing things since 2018 with the new Camry design, and this just went, let's just one up it, and they just did it. So like I said, it's very, very hard to find this car. Only 6,100 of them made nationwide. So you might have to wait till next year on some of them. That is, unless you find me before this one goes. But once again, this is Steve Walsh, Beaman Toyota. You're downtown Nashville. I am your master certified Toyota specialist. I'm just, like I said, I'm just in love with this car. See, these things, they they do everything you want them to do and more. And it's, the leg room, your power seat. I mean, you've got a smaller steering wheel than what it used to have. So, like I said, paddle shifters. I mean, I know I'm kind of going back over stuff, but if you don't believe that I like it, you're not listening to me. So, definitely just let me know what you think of this car. If you think that there's something you want me to tell Toyota, I'll tell Toyota if you want to try to add something to it in the next year. I mean, like I said, other than the sunroof, what else could you ask for, really? This is a awesome car. You've got, everything on your dash there. You got a digital speedometer if you want to use it. It's just, it is really, really cool. Eco, normal, sport modes. If you drive it in anything other than sport, I'm going to talk bad about you. I will tell you that for a fact. Sport mode in this thing is just... sorry, Dad, I'm going to say amazing again. My father always tells me I say amazing too much, but it just really is. I mean, the sport mode just lets everything loose on it. So even in normal, even in eco, it's an amazing car to drive. Put it in sport, and it's going to give you even more. So hopefully I've showed you guys a few little tidbits about this TRD. If you are interested in a TRD, hopefully you can find one. It's a little close to the highway. But if you're interested in that TRD, hopefully you can find one that suits you. Colors, I mean, it's pretty much available in any of the colors, but like I said, it's just a matter of finding one and then getting your hands on it. So Steve Walsh, Beaman Toyota, downtown Nashville. Definitely reach out to me here at the dealership if you have any questions with anything. I'm so happy to help you guys. Put some comments, some likes, subscribes in the bottom there below the video. I am definitely very appreciative of all of those. And any comments you have make me better. Definitely do that. I do try to put everything that I can think of in these videos, just to make sure that I help you guys to know which of the vehicles is right for you and your family. This one is right for everybody just because it's so awesome. So once again, Steve Walsh, Beaman Toyota. I hope you guys have a great day. I will talk to you guys later, and definitely take a look at this video or this vehicle.